All right, Croswells. In a couple days, I'll be in San Antonio and see if a couple teams can try to punch their ticket to the national championship there on Monday night. But what about here tonight? We had a couple teams see if they can punch their ticket to the state semifinals for both El Campo women's and men's soccer teams. Starting with El Campo women's soccer, they face the Lorena Leopards tonight at Bastrop. And guess what? El Campo, they got the win there 1-0, surviving there over Lorena there in Bastrop. Madison Ganoa, senior, got the winning goal there for El Campo, and they will be facing the Wimberley Texans in the state semifinals as they beat London there tonight. The London Pirates, they're 6-0, so congrats there for the women's soccer team. Now, how about the men's soccer team? They faced Needville Blue Jays in Sugar Land. This game ended up being 3-3 at the end of regulation. It would go to penalty kicks. They still were tied at 3-3, but guess what? So they went to sudden death, and Needville would get the job done. They would win this game 1-0. So the women's team gets to go on to state semifinal. For the men, fortunately, their season comes to a close there in the regional finals. Now over to some softball action. We had top-ranked Hallettsville Lady Bramos travel to face the Edna Cowgirls, and this game was controlled by Hallettsville from the jump. They got some big bats there from Taylor Yeats, as you just saw right there, and also Addison Grace Halata took control as they won this game 18-1. We'll be back in action versus Columbus there this Friday night. Now over to Ganado. They faced Louise Hornets tonight, and also they took care of business as well, won 17-0. So again, Ganado there for the maidens. They're going to travel to Schulenburg there this Friday night. How about over to some more softball action with the St. Joseph Lady Flyers, who played back-to-back games there and faced St. Mary's Hall. And guess what? Same thing. Teams that are taking care of business, that are on the top of the top, are taking care of it because they won their 12-0. Star pitcher Shane Meismer, again, dominant up there at the circle, only allowing one hit and striking out 11. And Valerie Varela got 3 for 4 there up there at the plate. And again, they're back in action there versus St. Anthony at home. It'll also be future Flyer night as well, so go out there to the Field of Dreams. Now over to track and field, where the Shiner Comanches revealed who's going to advance to the area track and field there next week. For the Lady Comanches, they faced second there in the entire meet as a team, and they won the 4x100 meter relay bronze medal, also in the 4x400 meter relay, and got fourth there in the 4x200 meter relay. Some individual awards out there. Jemiah Wright scored 31 points there for the Lady Comanches, and Jalea Curtis and Brinley Ramirez helped score points as well in the running department. And also former athlete of the week and softball player Kaylee Bedeker got second place in shot put and discus. So that's all there for the Lady Comanches. For the boys, they were district champs. They won the 4x100, 4x400 meter relays, and got bronze in the 4x200 meter relays. And Bo Bam and Tyler Harvey led the scoring there for the Comanches. Also Quincy Jones, and newcomer of the year for football, if you remember, and Jarvis Williams placed third place there in triple jump. So all these track stars I mentioned will be in the area around there next week. And finally tonight, tomorrow morning, we'll have 45 athletes here from the VISD competing in the District 5A Region Championships at Colony Creek Golf Course. And again, first we'll tee off at 8:30 a.m. and they will go all the way probably to around noon to 1 range. And some of the girls to keep an eye on there for both East and West. There are Jade McIntosh for East, and then also for East, Lexi Morris is one to keep an eye on. Then for West, Phoenix Sauceda is one to keep an eye on as well. For the boys, there Jonas Roth and David Villegas, again, 2 guys to watch out there as well for West. And also Tough Bretts from East are going to be guys to keep an eye on. See, they're in the district championship. So I'll be there tomorrow. I'll highlight all these athletes, and we'll get some interviews and a story for them there on tomorrow's newscast. That's going to do it here in sports. Don and